5 special members of the team for their dedication and service to the program. First is senior.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Convocation Center as we get things started on the last day of the regular season here. Cal U hosting Gannon today, but before we get the court action underway, we are going to start with Senior Day festivities. No, it's always a great time to honor all the players that have given so much to the program year in and year out.
Yeah, great time, like you said, to honor, but also a sad day because, you know, this is going to be their last time playing on their home court. So really just trying to take the most of the advantage and cherish it as much as you can.
Of course, we're starting off here with number 25, Monica Burns. Haven't seen her in quite some time. Unfortunately, suffered an injury against Gannon the last time these teams did get together and has not seen the court since. But in her 1 year, she's been very impactful to the program. Yeah,
it was the Vulcans' leading scorer for the majority of the season. Like you said, unfortunately suffering her injury, but definitely somebody that's going to be remembered for coming in, having one season to play and giving it her all in practice and in games.
BB George now stepping onto the floor, number 4. Has been around all 4 years here in this program. Came back in the 2016-17 season from St. Thomas and the Virgin Islands, being escorted by Jalis Galis.
No, and BB's one of those players that you need in the locker room to kind of bring everybody together, like those glue people that you need on the team. Someone that really loved not only on her team but throughout the whole entire fan system and community support.
Next up's number 15, DJ Hahn. She continues to make her final season count, coming off the bench multiple times this season, has had a large impact on games, specifically, most notably last Wednesday to be exact, had a great effort off the bench and continues to be a spark plug for this team.
Yeah, I talked about this in some prior games. Just one of the hardest workers I've ever met. Her ability to just keep on pushing through no matter what. I remember working out with her 2 summers ago, and her willing just to never give up is something that I aspire to be like.
She's escorted by her family today. And as a freshman, she was playing big minutes as well. Had about 15 minutes against Virginia Union in that championship game here at Hamer Hall the last time Cal U hosted that, and continues to be tough. Next up onto the court here, I believe it's Jameer Jeffries being escorted by all of her family today. Is number 2 for her. She has been around since her freshman year back in 2016-17 as well.
Another one of those players that's just absolutely loved in the locker room. You can tell her personality just by having her whole family come out here to support her in this senior day.
Last but not least, it's number 30, Sitiana Nagatu. Only 1 season for Cal U. Came over as a transfer from Loyola Chicago on Division I side, but here she is with her family for her last time out on the regular season court, I should say, for Cal U.
Yeah, like you said, another one of those one-year transfers that came in and automatically fit in well in the locker room with her personality, and you can see it out on the court, just the chemistry that she had with all of her teammates.
As follows, all players will graduate with the following degrees. Sitiana Nagatu will finish up a Master's in Sports Management. Monica Burns will finish out a Master's in Cybersecurity. DJ Hahn will finish with an undergrad in Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Jameer Jeffries will finish out with her undergrad in Psychology, and BB George will finish with her undergrad in Art Studio. Season far from over, however, Noah. We've got a lot of basketball left to be played, specifically Monday.
Yeah, Monday is definitely going to be a big day, starting off tournament play and looking to make a deep run in that and try to get into the playoffs.
We've got some time here. Check out the PSAC West. A lot of important things, a lot of moving parts here today that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Of course, Gannon locked into that number 2 spot now, but 3 and 4 still up for grabs, as well as the battle for the 6th seed. It's going to get interesting.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit before the game. You talking about it being basically a win and you're in situation between Mercyhurst and Slippery Rock. That'll be a big game that, we'll probably keep an eye on throughout the rest of the day. But the top 3, IUP, Gannon, and Cal U. Also, you talk about Edinboro and maybe being able to move up in there too.
Yeah, talk about Edinboro, of course. Cal U's going to need them to lose today if they want to secure the 3 spot, because Edinboro has the advantage over Cal U, beating them twice in the regular season. Now we've got a chance here. We can check out what's going on with the regional rankings. They still read as follows after the new poll was released on Wednesday. IUP still in that 1 spot. Glenville State at number 2. Virginia Union suffered a shocking loss yesterday in the semifinals of the CIAA tournament, so they are out until NCAAs begin at the 3 spot. Number 4, Notre Dame of Ohio. They took a loss to West Liberty on Wednesday, and they have a tough one against an Urbana team that they lost to earlier in the season as well, so we'll keep an eye on them. Then, of course, Gannon in the 6th spot, looking to boost their resume with a win here today and sweeping the Cal U series. Vulcans at number 7. Lincoln at number 8. They lost way back in the 2nd round of the CIAA tournament, so I could see them dropping. We'll keep an eye on Charleston and Shepherd as well. Charleston had a loss dealt to them last week by a couple of foes here on this chart, specifically Glenville State.
Talk about a couple upsets going on. Probably some more going on as more conference tournaments start, especially out in the PSAC. Look for a team to possibly upset in there. You know that game in and game out, you have to come in and give your all.
That's right. You never know who's going to be able to come out with an edge here. It'll be an interesting couple of games, to say the least, but we'll keep an eye on all of them and all the important things that come with it.
Yeah, got the schedule up right now. You see Gannon at Cal U, Westchester at Strasburg, Shippensburg at Kutztown, Mercyhurst at Slippery Rock, Lock Haven at Millersville, Mansfield at Shepherd, Edinburgh at Seton Hill, and then Pitt Johnstown at IUP. Clarion and Bloomsburg are off.
Looking back down at the 6th spot here for the PSAC, like we said, it'll be basically a win and you're in scenario. Down towards the bottom, the teams looking for the 6th spot, Seton Hill, are 13-14, 7-14 in the conference. They are tied with Mercyhurst, who is 7-14 in the conference, 7-20 overall. And then Slippery Rock just on the outside looking in here, 6-15, 8-19. So all three of them have a chance to find their way in. It just depends on how things are going to shake down. Yeah,
Slippery Rock started off the year really, really slow. Started to catch a little bit of momentum, just trying to make that last-minute push to try to get into the PSAC tournament and see how far or how hard they can push the top-tier teams in there.
We'll talk about some of the other important things going on here. Last time Cal U and Gannon got together, it was a rough one for the Vulcans. It was a 66-40 loss, one of the lowest scoring contests of the decade for Cal U. They were limited to under 25% shooting from the field. That was their lowest point total in over 3 decades.
Yeah, and the big thing to take notice of there is that's when we seen the loss of Monica Burns suffer her head injury, and haven't really seen her since. She tried to play a couple minutes in the Slippery Rock game and it's been out ever since then.
Of course, both teams here coming off a couple notable wins. Last time out for Cal U, they really shook the Demons. Got a win at Mercyhurst on Wednesday, 63-47. That's been known as a tough place to play some basketball.
Yeah, and that was a tough loss when they came here and beat the Vulcans. A great way of responding there and righting the wrongs that second time out.
Gannon was off, and they got a win last time out, 87-50 over Slippery Rock on last Saturday. We'll go ahead and jump aside here. We'll be back with more and get ready for the tip here between Cal U and Gannon, a regional battle. Stay tuned for women's basketball right here on CUTV, CUTV Sports 1, and the PSAC network as well. Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.